Hello. Responding to seeing like Carlos Castaneda. I too am a seer, a sorcerer, and a enjoyer of opening that curtain. It's really great to hear someone articulate it so well. And yeah, meditation is a great, simple tool. I hope that I am reminded by your video to meditate more and meditate in all activities, not just sitting quietly, but while waiting in line at the bank and while swimming, doing laps, running. The jumping jacks was a really great idea. Physical activity always is a great catalyst for any kind of energy body awakening. I had a similar experience around the same age. Uh, Substances, yes, I read a few posts. They do become abused, and culture does tend to have something to do with that. But people like us are becoming more abundant, and using tools like the web to communicate and get together is all part of the concrescence of reality coming to be. And there's still great things to see out there. So keep dreaming, keep seeing, and keep sharing. Uh, I guess I'll share one too, since you shared with us. I was in a friend's house after a long day at a Renaissance fair, and we ingested a small quantity of psilocybin uh, with cubensis as the strain, about an eighth worth of typical dosage. I prefer to eat raw. Some people like a peanut butter sandwich. It's up to them. But a group of 6 men, about, each playing pivotal roles, allowed for a really unique experience on my end. And the catalyst was, again, something previous for me because I'd been there before, but I always try to go further. And a little skateboarding down to the corner store where I watched the entire corner store uh, vibrate and oscillate with power being pumped into it, and I could see the power plant, the fuel being burned, the energy being distributed, the consumer-driven cycle that allowed that to continue. I didn't even go in the store, actually. I decided to just sit on the corner, and I actually watched it all disappear. And then my friend came out, and everything reappeared, and we left, and it was fine. So it's really nice to be able to see and come back, to shift that assemblage point, to make it flexible and allow it to bend and not to get stuck in any other position, because this position that we're currently in allows for great communication between all kinds of individuals. But the favorite part about that trip was back at the house. We were listening to music on the porch that that only we were hearing, because there was no CD playing, there was no stereo on. There was just the sound of the song that we all knew, and it was Ecomouse. Is it Ecomouse? I think it was Ecomouse. Have to ask Alex. But then we went inside and found this phenomenon, and I began to play with technology as you may all find that this kind of uh, thinking and consciousness expansion has a really interesting relationship with technology and the vibration of it and us together and how we relate. I began to think about that and project my thoughts onto the television, which by now I'm sure that anyone still listening is even in awe of that. Uh, Not stopping there, I began to broadcast my thoughts through the radio without microphones or anything, just using the good old transmitter that God gave us, that good old consciousness and that organic platform that we get to stand on uh, so gracefully, if we can. But typically not, when you first stand, you tend to stand with heavy feet. And I was a little aggressive, I'll say, with my thoughts. And I like to say that every stone has its place, and I stepped on that and have stepped forward. And I encourage you all to keep stepping. Um, there's all kinds of places to go, all kinds of things to see. And if you find that, for example, I watched a video on Carlos Castaneda recently, he discredited a lot of his life and accounts, but that's not to be worried. The thought and the intent is an attractive force, and that will should be carried on by those who are able. And I'm trying to do this dead sober these days. It's tough with alcohol being sold on every street corner. So you gotta do your best. So I wish you all your best. Um, hey, can't hurt to give it a whirl. And God bless and good night. I'm gonna go dream. See ya.